Hello there, this is SD. I hope everything is well for you. On the last run, we completed the double cycle, despite my best efforts to throw the run by being a dumbass. And one of the good things about FTL, though, is that the game is not nearly as punishing and unforgiving as people make it out to be, and you can in fact still win, even when you don't really deserve to. So, we won Rock A, and all the ships are back in the draw pile, so to speak, and we rolled Lanius B to start, because the game decided to give me a really strong ship to start with. Hopefully this run could be more relaxing than the extremely nervy Rock A run. And I can certainly help that by not messing up so much. Check out this lower corner. We will attack the ship with pirate markings. We actually probably don't need to man shields here. I'll send the NG to do it. I don't need to dodge the laser if my shields are going to line up reasonably well. Those two weapons take quite a while before they align, and before that happens, we can just do this and run in there. Good. Get him, NG! We send the NG over simply because I want to preserve my Lanius' health as much as possible, since I can't vent them, being, Lanius. I will, however, vent the NG repeatedly. Unfortunately, we not only got the 1 in 3 chance that we only get a medium reward from that, we also got a medium reward with the lowest amount of scrap that a Sector 1 medium reward can be. But yeah, you have this ridiculous advanced flak, which allows you to gunship quite easily on this. I'm not generally all that keen on gunshipping on boarding ships, but even if you are just using it as a Zoltan shield removal, as we saw there, it's really good Zoltan shield removal. It's better than a flak one because it takes less power and it's faster. We can absolutely capture a ship. Very important when you take this quest. Do not blow the ship up. You take 15 damage. But if you capture the ship, you get a guaranteed weapon drop, and that's obviously really good. Get you in there, we need to run someone out. Mind control you, and go and start punching. Human's already dead. I just kill them by hitting them in the face with flak. I could, but I might actually hit my Lanius, so I shouldn't do that. Just send in the NG. They patch up some of our 0 damage. We do have emergency respirators on this ship, which makes it take a while to clone our people. Well, not to clone them, to vent them. The cloning process takes exactly the same amount of time. I just want to hold on to my scrap in case there is a store immediately next to me. Because I could potentially, if there is one, take another jump or two and buy hacking there. But probably I'm just buying the shield upgrade. Do you know what? I'm just upgrading my shields anyway. We don't even have any drone parts right now. Like I like getting hacking early, obviously, but okay, good. It's a fight. We're extremely good at killing auto ships. Oh, you fucking dickheads. I would normally just leave them over here to get refreshed, but they're at 100 hit points anyway, so I don't need to do that. Gonna take another jump, and then we'll hit store there and onwards. Cool, this ship cannot hurt me. Let's get some combat training by punching down systems. Flak the other side of the ship. Awesome. So we can afford hacking here by selling the chain laser. But it's not here anyway. In that case, let's might as well keep everything we have. We don't need to sell anything. We can go into fights like this. Yikes. You go there. They're in oxygen. This fight is too dangerous to be precious about my Lanius' health. I need to just try to take these weapons down. Oh, yeah, they're still on my ship, so... Man, they gave up quickly. Let's break their oxygen, and then leave Lanius in these two rooms. Hooray! I can actually make this quicker by doing this. When the oxygen comes back, the human will start running to that room, and then I'll run Lanius in there. And then they'll run back to piloting, taking damage as they try to traverse this room. Oh no, the oxygen will never come back in there, of course, I forgot about that. In that case, go in here. Of course, the oxygen system is destroyed, so... Well, we'll go there and they'll just die on the way back, that also works. Quite have my teleporter off cooldown, but it's not far off. So yeah, the primary thing you want to do with this ship is use this distraction tactic we've been using. Board into shields, let them run somebody in. Make sure there is a slot still open in that room on the ship. That event is one that I've mentioned before is sometimes better to just get a ship kill instead of a crew kill, but As a boarding ship, that can be awkward. Though less awkward for Lanius B than a lot of boarding ships. Still wasn't really worth the effort. Let's let them board me, because then I can go here. I control you. We'll take a missile or two. It's fine. Just one. Now, can I get you to refresh my guys? The problem is that I drain oxygen from this room while doing this, so they'll eventually start taking damage, even though I'm intentionally having my Lanius fail to fight them. I did not expect them to board me again, I have to say. I think I tricked them into doing that, which I did not even intend to do. Can I get them to refresh you? No reason not to try. No, not that way. Go this way. I'm gonna run in here for a moment. And we're gonna let the air refill in there, because I don't want to accidentally vent the human. Let's use this as a timer. I mean, I could just turn speed hack on here. 1. 2. Level 1 oxygen refills at 1.2% per second. So that's exactly the same amount that it drains at if oxygen is at 0. Which means that for oxygen to recover completely takes about 80 seconds, or a minute 20. So we've charged this up 3 times. That's 24 seconds. Plus a little bit for it to drain all the way. I'll do it 5 times and then... because there was time while the other guy was getting refreshed, and we don't have to also get it all the way back. We just need enough air that I don't accidentally suffocate this human. Yeah, it looks pretty much like it's back. Starting to change color in there. Yeah, now it's out, but... NG, finish him. You can potentially do tricks to finish humans off, like making them run through a room that has no air in it, back and forth, but it was easier there to just send the NG in, and that's often the case. Once you have complete control of the fight, you might as well do that. So, there's no other stores this sector. And it looks like it's just 2 jumps and then we leave. I'm gonna go quest here instead, because the last thing I want is to have, say, this double my fleet pursuit and then force me into a dive. Let's just go take the quest. So I need to take these guys out without destroying the ship. We will do that via distraction tactics, as we have been doing. Although, unfortunately, they have 3 crew and they're all fucking Manta, which is going to be annoying. That's completely destroyed. The lack of O2 in there, plus the damage they've taken while fighting each other, is enough to prevent them from wanting to go in here. Now it's time to refresh my Lanius. And yeah, this refresh technique is basically centers around the fact as long as you leave one Lanius in this room, the oxygen will stay down, and therefore they won't be willing to go in there at all, so they can't fix their weapons. NG, go and crush these foolish mantis. Nice. Okay, that's incredible, because we can run that with the advanced flak, and then we have effectively heavy 1, flak 1 for 2 power. And we've had to spend 0 scrap on obtaining either of them. We'll just need to spend scrap on upgrading our weapons, which we won't do yet because I would like to be able to afford hacking without having to sell anything yet, if there's a store 1 jump into the next sector. But yeah, this sector has been ridiculous. We'll move in to examine the station and get some free stuffs. We're fine with a Zoltan-controlled sector, unlike a lot of boarding ships, because we cut through Zoltan shields very fast. And hey, there's an immediate store. With hacking. Cool. Normally I would push like hacking upgrades and stuff first, but then normally I don't have advanced flak plus heavy 1. We will unfortunately take a missile here. Or maybe not. We shot it down with the heavy laser. Okay, now we'll take a missile here. Since they have mind control, we can't really easily do the mind control thing that we've been doing. It's fine, they don't have very strong crew anyway, so... Oh, you actually got out. I did not think that... that their, Zoltan had got away. The ion bomb, as I have mentioned on other occasions, is an excellent boarding support weapon. It's not as good as the Breach Bomb 2, but it's still really, really good. We will interfere and help the Zoltan ship. You need to crew kill to get a particularly good reward from this. Actually, even then you don't get a particularly good reward, but we are quite good at getting crew kills. There's another store, we don't want to go there. We don't have enough scrap to do anything useful, so let's just move on. Since this ship is actually kind of strong and can hurt me, let's put a flak into their, a heavy laser into their weapons. Now it can't hurt me. They have NG Medbot dispersal, let's go and fix that particular problem. Okay, good. And they can't go and try to fix their weapons, I think, because we put a breach in there. Yep, we did indeed. And one of their NGs decided to suicide in there. Can I refresh these guys? It will be difficult because NGs do so little damage. And my oxygen drain rate is the same no matter who I'm fighting. Of course, I could just blow the ship up, or I could even let them fix the medbay, I guess. And then let them kill me, because it wouldn't be that difficult to break the medbay again. There's only one of them left. I could just mind control him to distract him and then go and break it. But let's do it the standard way first. And before we do that, we're gonna let some time pass for the air and all these rooms to refill. You go back to the medbay now, and we'll wait for a little while longer. There are a few ways to deal with the annoyance of having your Lanius not be able to be cloned. Obviously, if you can get reconstructive teleport, it does that, although I find that that's too expensive for what it does. A heal bomb is cheaper and more generally available, and you're more likely to see it as a drop, so that's another alternative. But my usual way of dealing with it is just, I find as a backup boarding crew as the run goes on, try to get like 2 Mantis, and I can swap in which ones I am using as my primary boarding team based on like what my Lanius's health situation is. The Lanius remain exceptionally good for, you know, boarding auto scouts and stuff like that. And you go back there now. There was some discussion on the Discord today or yesterday, I think, that we were actually discussing this about whether or not on Lanius B it's worthwhile swapping to Medbay, which I could see the argument for that. But I still prefer not to, just because, especially with Lanius boards, being able to just board an auto ship and knowing they're there and you're fine is great. There are certain auto ship fights where if you hack the weapons with a high enough level hack, you could literally board your 2 Lanius in and leave the room and they would never be able to hurt you. And as long as you powered the clone bay, they would come back. I don't recommend doing that, mind you, especially not if you're me and you're playing the way I played the last run, but if you felt like showing off, that is a thing that you could do. You would just need to make sure that it was a sufficiently weak auto ship that you could punch its weapons down reasonably quickly, and that as long as you had 2 people in that room, they would never be able to fire even when they repaired their weapons. There's a danger in doing this, which is why I'm being so careful about allowing the NG to heal up, which is, if I accidentally kill the NG while CY Heng here is on like 5 health, that's worse than if I'd just not done it at all. And I have done that quite a few times before. And this NG has very few hit points, and it would probably only take 1 or 2 more punches, if even that, for my Lanius to accidentally kill him. Or a couple instances of that room being out of air. Good. NG battle. Really? I'd complain about that, but we've already had 2 weapon drops, so I have no cause to be unhappy with the medium scrap rewards that I've been getting from boarding several times. It's the Zoltan Border Police. Let's vent the Zoltan Border Police. No, stay the fuck out of my clone bay with your annoying exploding crew. I can't board this, it's too dangerous now. In all likelihood, I can still crew kill them, because I have mind control. But I do not want them to missile my clone bay while my crew are dead because of them being obnoxious and... On the other hand, if I have the room properly locked down, which I do not currently, but if I have that room properly under control, I can probably just board and intentionally kill my crew. Yeah. Nope. No fixing that. We can actually stop him from ever fixing this. Because we'll just mind control you, run you in here. This will drain the oxygen while he's mind controlled. He'll run in and fight for a bit, but not for very long. Deliberately unlock it so he doesn't explode in our faces. There we go. Feel NG Wrath. Another way you can deal with your Lanius having low health if you don't have extra crew is to just alternate and do some fights as a gunship. Which certainly we could do right now because, you know, flak heavy. But we don't need to do that. We at least theoretically get better rewards from crew killing, even though that has not so much been the case so far this run. Try to do this without using the hacking drone. If I take a missile because of it, it's fine. Normally, obviously, when you're boarding, you need to be really, really careful about them getting a hit on your clone bay, but you don't need to worry that much about that with Lanius. They get a hit on your clone bay, well, so what? Your Lanius don't actually die until the ship blows up, and you usually have pretty good control over when that happens. Whereas your other crew just die after a certain amount of time has passed. I was hoping I could breach there, but whatever. Bring you back. You do not quite get to 100 health. So I blow you up for the sake of getting one more hit point. Hooray! We gained a drone part. Board shields, mind control. Go in oxygen, actually. Hopefully these two punch each other down enough that if they come in here at all, it will be for very minimal amounts of time. Yeah. Okay, so another way that we can finish off without boarding with our NG, especially since I forgot to vent him, that was a silly thing, is to just run in here, and when they come back, mind control, they'll fight each other again. And one of them will die. Then we can do this. Okay, actually, no, that won't work because they don't have to run through the oxygen room. In that case, we'll send the NG over. Yeah, the oxygen room had been, say you swapped where the oxygen and shield rooms were there, you could have run somebody from oxygen to a different system to force the Zoltan to run through the room that has no air in it and use that to finish them off. You can even run them back and forth between two rooms if you have the right layout on the enemy ship. We are going to secure the ammo because we do have a bomb, even though we're not using it right now. When ships turn up with higher shielding, we'll be more likely to want to use the ion bomb. Nice dodge. Don't know that they're intelligent enough to actually counter your mind control. No, they don't understand how to do that. Unfortunately, that does mean they'll use the mind control on you, but whatever. Take one missile. Let's keep this to counter the mind control on whoever they use it on. Go, NG. Powerful NG muscles. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the few events you can reliably get a large number of missiles from. It's just usually, you need to crew kill to do that, but then the situations where you're most likely to want a large amount of ammo anyway are when you're playing a boarding ship. So you should be able to crew kill them. I suppose if you were playing Rock A, you could be sad if you're a Rock A that doesn't have a teleporter. The Giant Alien Spiders event also tends to give a high resource reward, but of course you can only really risk that if you have a clone bay. This one, even a clone bay, does not protect against the possibility of crew loss. Never ever look in the Zoltan eye. You go here. Oh good, the air will drain from there even faster than it normally would in a room with Lanius in it. Now, I can't let my crew die in this fight, so let's run the board. Oh, they actually boarded me because I ran them through the teleporter. This person wants to do what his name suggests. Go, NG, go! He's now going to flee in terror, or at least he will once the teleporter is off cooldown. probably take a missile here, unfortunately. Oh no, maybe not. They can no longer flee because we have breached their piloting. Which means it's time for you to give me my low scrap reward. Yeah! Awesome! The lowest amount of scrap that it's possible to get on hard. Which I suppose means that it's the lowest amount of scrap it's possible to get in the game at all. I could get some upgrades, but I might as well wait to see if there's a store. I don't have 2 drone parts, and I wouldn't trade them away if I did. NG Homeworlds wasn't a terrible choice there, but Civilian is just generally the best sector to go to. There is another heavy one here. We're taking that. Kind of tempted to take this burst one as well, and we would just be a ridiculously strong gunship. Buy those. Nah, I have lots of the rest of the run to find a final gunship weapon. Flak heavy will do. Now I could basically run these and have 4 1-power weapons if I really needed to. But let's instead get hacking up and a bit of power. Sure. Send an away party to investigate. No! Ah! Okay, good. We are currently safe from damage. Our NG is not, but that's fine. We vent all of this. They can go and get stuck in the naughty step on this tile. Yeah, the ship does not actually have a teleporter, so the crew they had sent over there are not real boarding crew. We're going to run them out of drone parts here. You know, every time they'll send a system repair drone into this room, but our Lanius will crush them before they can do anything. This guy's fine, so we just want to reset this Lanius. But we'll wait until they're out of drone parts first, because I'm not sure that one Lanius would kill this in time to stop them getting repairs on their weapons. Looks like they're out anyway. Let the air refill for a bit. There we go. Let's finish him off with the laser. He's in piloting. Whee! More weapons. I probably never used that. Spooky. I should be okay there. I don't think I need to hack this, because I have Lanius boarding crew. These two might be able to hurt me, but... I'm willing to risk that to preserve my one run part. You just come back, these guys are dead. Boo, no double reward. Is that an escort? I don't remember what that quest is. Or is it the Federation base? I have a feeling like we've seen that, but I can't remember whether it was it actually created the beacon, or whether it just got switched off. Yeah, we'll find out when we get there. What are you hacking? That is annoying. We're having an awfully hard time actually hitting these stupid dickheads. Still, I think it's worth it here to take a little bit of damage to preserve drone parts. Are you kidding? Need to be a little careful here because they could, in fact, kill my Lanius, and that would be extremely annoying. Okay, there we go. Now we're safe. Now, I can actually reset my Lanius in a more direct fashion here. But I want to run them out of drum parts first. Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't last long enough. Looks like they're out of drum parts, so... Finish the... Hooray! Yeah, that fight ended up being a little weird owing to the whole... not being able to use my mind control thing. Park you in weapons. You're a good secondary border. Let's get hacking 3. Start upgrading my engines a little bit. They only have one shield bubble and we have Lanius borders, so I'm not going to hack weapons here. If that causes me to take a little bit of damage, that's fine. They fired those in the wrong order anyway. Cool. We are mostly safe. We're not completely safe because they could fire this and then have the solar flare go off. Or the solar flare could do that. Yes, do cloak while that's going on so that I can potentially just punch your weapons down. I can't actually leave my guys over there because of the risk of the solar flare taking up my clone bay, which is sad because I would prefer to be able to refresh them. I find my timing is always off when I'm using the advanced flak because I'm expecting it to just have the same timing as a flak 1. So I end up firing it a little bit soon sometimes. That's generally a pretty good problem to have, so I'm not really that unhappy about it, but it is nevertheless the case. That's gonna burn down. Which means we'll take another solar flare. Take that, fires. Okay, this was an escort quest. Excellent, we are safe. Some real genius level intellect going on over there. Oh, okay. You two can get cloned then. I don't feel like refreshing these guys. They have almost full health. Let's do this. Get you two to fight each other. We can manually search because we have a clone bay. We don't care about that store. I suppose we could sell a whole laser too. And we need drum parts, and they might have a backup battery. Okay, never mind. We don't need to do any silly nonsense with missiles on this run because we'll just do that. And I'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. I normally don't generally try to turn a gunship into, or a boarding ship into a gunship, but in this case all the pieces have like come together perfectly. And I mean, these weapons are incredible. They're extremely cheap to get. They only require weapons 5, which is preposterous. And it's not like I could get cloaking if I... Like, the primary benefit of stinting on weapons on a boarding ship is that it allows you to divert power... Or not divert power, although that as well, but divert scrap into into acquiring and upgrading systems. But I already have hacking. It's fully upgraded. Well, I could upgrade my teleporter, but I don't actually have enough crew to make that a particularly meaningful thing to do anyway. It's only Sector 3. So let's get those weapons and we can upgrade onto them fairly quickly. Now it's Sensor Station, which is kind of annoying because getting a reward map here is not terribly helpful. What with how we're about to leave the sector. I said bomb because I was looking around the bomb. But yeah, the weapons that I have will get through even 4 shield bubbles really, really easily and crush everything, so I have no reason to rely on a missile. We can sell that for a reasonable amount of scrap. Let's get level 3 engines in case for some bizarre reason we need to run away from something. Ooh, we might be able to get Kazakh here. We need to upgrade our clone bay to do that, but we can do that when we have the scrap. Which, literally, we need 1 scrap reward for it. This is max level 2 piloting here, so I'm just waiting until they break it completely and then... Go punch down the engines. Never mind. Even if they get the piloting back, there's no way they're escaping now. I suppose we should go to this store just to get consumables, which we will pay for by selling the fire suppression. Normally I'd be quite interested in this small bomb, but this is not a normal run. We will attack the Mantis warship. Oh yeah, it helps if I actually vent this. Fucking hell, level 3 Clumba. Laser to the face. Now, we have no way of reliably finding Kazakh, but, I mean, if we don't find it, whatever, we upgraded our clone bay, that's not that terrible anyway. Ooh. Heavy laser to the face. Lanius firefighting. Okay, so I know that Kazak is not at a store, obviously, and he's not at a distress beacon. So that at least narrows it down a little. We don't need to hack this fight. This is a ludicrously easy battle. I think they only have 2 crew over there, so that's... One point of damage in weapons and the fight is safe. What? No, not you. You go in there. I don't care very much if these 2 burn to death, but... I could maybe... I don't need to vent you, actually. I've just remembered. Vent. Well, I can't do that. I don't need to kill that Lanius because I have level 2 clone by now. So he gets 16 hit points back per jump. There we go, we found Kazak. To get the best reward from this, you have to be able to crew kill, which we can obviously do. And then you need either an upgraded clone bay, or there's a few other... I think you need either a teleporter, or you need really upgraded sensors, plus an upgraded medical unit. So we get Kazak, we get Mantis Pheromones, and we get a quest marker, which is a guaranteed weapon drop. It'll go right there. See, I didn't need to buy a burst one. I don't need a free one either, but... What are you... Put Kazak in, I guess, weapons right now. But yeah, Kazak and the human will be my backup boarding team. And at this point, it's probably worth upgrading my teleporter. In order to go to that store, I have to dive. I don't feel like I need to do that. It's still very early in the run. We're just ridiculously overpowered, so it doesn't feel like it's that early in the run. Get him, Kazak. Nice work. Do I have 2 jumps here? Yeah. One moment. We will offer up the Mantis for bounty. There was no air in there, so it went out on its own, which is kind of funny. I actually would like a store right now. This would normally be a fantastic run for stealth weapons, except I can't actually get cloaking, so... Like, these weapons would be completely preposterous with stealth weapons. I might as well keep the Mantis pheromones. They make my crew move faster, and I don't have any reason to sell them. We can deal with Zoltan worlds. We have mind control counter. We have ridiculously good weapons for getting through Zoltan shields. We might be able to find a Zoltan shield of our own. Backup battery. There's a burst laser too. We don't need it. Our weapons are already basically flawless. Do that so I can run this for getting through Zoltan shields. And soon enough we'll upgrade our weapons. Hear them out. Well, we might be getting a Zoltan shield. And if not, the Envoy would be helpful. And have another maxed out crew member. You can't dodge. Take distress, and then we'll go to the quest beacon. Go and investigate. Quickly register this person into the clone bag. Cool! We get a free Zoltan. You can take damage from that event, but whatever. Like, what's 5 damage gonna do to us? Attempt to hail them, reconcile without war, and achieve progress without bloodshed. Cool, we have a Zoltan shield. This ship is completely absurd. This ship is also completely absurd in that it can't hurt us at all. I'm not even bored with the Lanius. We might take damage if we do that. That is a little dangerous, but I mean, we're ridiculously more powerful than these stupid boarders. Or these stupid, not people we're fighting. You know what I meant. Get them, Kazak. Revenge yourselves upon the mighty Enchi that have preyed upon your people. Weird seeing Lanius move around under the effects of Mantis pheromones. They actually kind of move at normal speed. Like, normally at this point I'd still have weapons 1 or 2, and I'd be boosting my shields and my teleporter, but if the game goes out of its way to hand you amazing conventional guns, just use them. No one will judge you other than me. No. Our main problem with these guns, if it can be called a problem, is that I need to be careful that I don't just blow enemy ships up, because I do so much damage per volley. I don't at this point care about keeping my Lanius' health up. They must have somebody in shields. Yep. Because if I'm going into a fight and these guys are too low on health, I can just use the Kazakh and the human. I think I'll probably actually do that this time out. And then my Lanius become my secondary borders. And I can swap them around depending on the situation. Here we're going to secure the fuel because we have way more missiles than we need. Yeah, go ahead and cloak, I don't care. Let Kazakh die. This time the Lanius will board. We have 2 jumps worth of healing here because we're going to the exit and there's never an encounter in a nebula exit. currently have anything you want to sell, so let's take a jump or two. Okay, so here we're going to board. They will immediately mind control us. They weren't able to use the mind control prior to that because of our Zoltan shield. We made 90 scrap and got a heavy laser that we don't even need. We could do an all heavy laser meme build. Honestly, with weapons this fast, I think that I'd rather just have the autoloader than the pre-igniter. And I'm going to now sell the Mantis Pheromones because I want to have a slot free in case any augments drop. But yeah, we're definitely in position. If we felt so inclined, we could just do meme stuff. We're also in position that I'm just going to buy another Mantis, and then this human can be a permanent weapons guy, so that I actually develop skill on that. Get the teleporter all the way up. It's pretty much just shields for the rest of the run. Down, hit all of these nebula jumps. Surrender your stuff, you little shits. Lanius took a little bit more damage than I would have preferred because obviously they had a system repair drone, no system repair drone, an anti-combat drone now. Not an anti-combat drone, an anti-personnel drone, that's the term that I'm looking for. So, next time we will board with our two Mantis as first boarders. We get through Zoltan shields absurdly fast. Don't care if my crew die here. I'm quite happy, frankly, for my Lanius to get refreshed. These weapons are preposterous. Don't really remember what that quest is. I don't care. We'll go take it. It's an escort. That's what it was. This enemy can barely hurt me. That's one way to take the drones out. Welcome aboard, Mullets. You don't actually have any pilot training, so let's just move you over there. The Rockman does, in fact, have pilot training and is generally a better pilot than an NG anyway. Okay, good. That lasted long enough. Oh well, we blew them up. How sad. We didn't get the crew kill bonus. I'm devastated. Oops. Never saved my new crew positions. Let's correct that. We don't need to actually hack here. By the time they get through our result and shield, their piloting will be down and we're going to crush their weapons completely. We don't even need the piloting to be down for us to do it. Give me my low scrap reward. Hit the exit and then wander around behind it. We'll look for the rebel ship. It doubles the fleet pursuit, but I don't care. Go catch up with your Lanius friends. I'm glad you had this heart to heart. I can tell you're growing as a team. We can't get 100% Cloak of Aid because we don't have cloaking and never will. But we might as well upgrade our engines for the dive. Because, yeah, we're going to go here, 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 and then dive at the exit. Hooray! Welcome aboard, Magmar, who I'm now throwing off the ship immediately. These weapons are so preposterously fast with the auto reloader on top of everything else. NG, come aboard. Frankly, if you had had weapon skill, I'd have kept you, but whatever. I've definitely had better dives, but whatever. Unfortunately, the ASB does go through us all the shields, so... We nearly just blew that ship up before they even got to fire an ASB. These are weapons 5, by the way. The other night when I was running Hermes and Heavy Pierce Laser, that also required weapons 5. Just in case you were of the opinion that FTL balances its weapons well at all. Go here, we can sell our own Hermes that we absolutely do not need. We're gonna take as much of this nebula as we possibly can. Which will be most of it. I think some of the stuff at the bottom we won't be able to get to. We cannot allow them to have both an Ion 2 and a Combat Drone 2. That's not acceptable. Hooray, a small bomb that we don't need in the slightest. Nice dodging. Guess what? You have to face that again only a couple seconds later. I could potentially use this to get pilot training, but I don't care. I can't get cloaking anyway, so it's not like I need to hit a specific amount to be able to get 100% while I'm cloaked. Look out, they have a super shield bypass unit. Okay. We will attack the ship. These are the kind of weapons that could potentially just damage straight through the Zoltan shield. Yeah, see? Which is fucking absurd, considering that effectively means we just shot through 8 levels of shields. Suppose we could go to that store just to sell things. Take some more jumps first, though. The only thing I would be even remotely interested in buying would be Bypass. Or a DNA bank, I suppose, although that's not at all necessary. Waste of a jump there, really. Go in there. We don't need to vent anyone because we're going to the store next, so we get 2 jumps worth of healing. There's nothing here that we want other than sell. Okay, that does actually connect. I was wondering whether we had just committed to a silly dive, but whatever. We still had his ult shield here, so we're fine. We dodged anyway, so we're also fine. Okay, screw it. The game is begging me to get one of those, and what the fuck else am I spending my scrap on? And we're off. Go here and then repair station. Yeah, good luck. Can I maybe use the fires to refresh my Lanius? Only one of them, it looks like. Are there more fires on the ship? No. Doesn't matter, we have a repair station to go to, I guess. Damage buffer. Max out the mind control, I guess. Nope. Don't have anything to sell. Just take more fights. Oh. Helps if they're in the right room. Let's refresh my Lanius. Oh. Let's refresh my Lanius. We don't need an Ion Star. Go in there. Let the Lanius die. You stupid thing, you put out my fire. Outrageous. You prevented my Lanius from dying. Dying is an important rite of passage in his culture. Off to the base. We can't cloak hack cycle the missiles, but who cares? We can obliterate the missiles. Level 3 mind control. Yeah, we actually are going to take damage here because they hacked engines and I forgot to flash my shields against their ion. I don't really care if my Lanius die. I don't care if my Lanius die either, but I particularly don't care if my Mantis die. Come on in. Let them kill this Lanius. Don't need mind control anymore until phase 3. Whatever. Cool. 1. Got 2. No more dodging for you. Let's now save the Mantis on piloting, because I want the Lanius around in phase 2 to deal with the boarding drone. And in phase 3 it doesn't matter. I suppose for this in-between phases jump we might as well go in like this. Actually, here we do want the Lanius. Come back now. Normally I'd want to run my oxygen at level 2, but here I don't care. We could justifiably hack evade here. But whatever. What's a drone surge? These weapons fire so fast that I'm not expecting them to be ready constantly. Like this flak fires in what? 8 seconds, minus 20. It works a bit weird with the auto reloader because the auto reloader sort of reduces the charge time rather than increasing. It's weird. But anyway, it's like 6 seconds to fire that or thereabouts. Of course, they can't mind control anyone on my ship yet. Board, they'll mind control one of you immediately, counter that. Oops. Reddit engines failing completely, but it doesn't matter. One of the fastest flagship fights outside of a one-shot build that you will ever see. And that phase 3 might rival a one-shot build, frankly, because of how quickly it got through the Zoltan Shield. So, third part of the cycle is off to a very, very strong start. 3, 2, 1. Slug A next. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that run. I certainly did. And I'll see you for Slug A. Bye for now.